in real life?
It's RCB versus Kolkata Knight Riders today. It is Shane versus Gargi today.
Yeah.
You still friends or you're...
No, friendship stays, but yeah, rivals for the day. Although it's a very one-sided rivalry, I have no hopes from this match. So
Terrible.
yeah, no hopes. No
Terrible
expectations.
negative mentality.
No
Anything can happen in the IPL.
I'm trying to rile him up since the morning,
हाँ.
but he just says, "हाँ, ये तो हो ही जाएगा."
Oh, he's
RCB
playing
Both
that.
didn't get riled up by each other. A third person riled them up. And that was me.
Him.
Because I called it Har CB and KK Har.
That's just wrong.
No, it's correct.
No, it's
For 15 years, RCB have lived up to that moniker.
No,
KKR
but
at least
KKR you cannot
twice
call
they have dispelled that notion. But in
that. So, but they can't be
2023,
KKR. Not that.
now in 2023 they are.
at least they've lost. Now let me count how many times RCB has been banned. Oh wait, man.
How many times you have lost to CSK? Let me count. Oh, I will run out of fingers. 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Losing doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
No, I mean, no, what wins or losses do matter.
Of course.
My point is, I have hopes, sure. Expectations are probably tempered, let's say. You can see I'm not even wearing my jersey. I
That's
have it ready.
terrible.
I have it ready in case we win, then I'll wear.
No, that's terrible. That you can't be, if they're winning, I'll wear the jersey.
Yeah.
If they're losing.
I am doing everything I can to reverse jinx them.
No.
Everything possible I can.
No,
to
but
reverse
that's a fair weather fan. And
No.
nobody likes a fair weather
Come on,
fan.
I would sit and watch their matches when they lost like 7 on the
No,
trot.
so
in
what's changed
2000.
now? What's changed now?
Now I'm a little older, I think. Is the one difference.
So now you become a fair weather fan.
No, now I'm a
You
little
were not.
jaded, let's say. That happens.
You've gone against your own rant that you put on Insta today. That rant on
No, I'm
sports.
still supporting them. That goes without saying.
We're just
So what
very
was the
self-aware, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a little more practical.
What is that rant, Shane? Like,
I posted a little thing where people often talk about like, oh, how can you support this team not even winning? I'm like, you don't need your team to be winning. You support your team because they're your team, because you feel an association, a sense of belonging, not because they win. And I'm still supporting them. I'm just saying I'm tempering expectations. Big time.
welcome to 2022. When I had the same feeling when Chennai Super Kings were going through that grind.
But to be fair to him, he kept supporting them till the end.
I'm still supporting them. I haven't stopped.
I still wore the
But
jersey.
he would come every game hoping that they'll turn it around.
I am also hoping.
No. You're
I'm
saying,
hoping. No,
I
of
know
course
this
I'm
is, there is no point.
I'm reverse
I'm
jinxing.
not.
I'm reverse jinxing, putting every vibe possible out in the universe. That maybe, just maybe.
Saransh, are you as pessimist as your fellow?
We will bounce back.
You are more optimist.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. In my defense, I didn't have anything red to wear, so just in case anyone has anything to say.
Give us today. No, jerseys have also been.
Here.
There they are. Can take
We were
this.
debating.
Oh, why did you not get the jersey when we were there? All Virat jerseys were being sold.
Or
I
given
don't
away.
know. I thought I could
What do you
find
mean given
I
something
don't know. I wasn't there.
at the match.
Oh, they were given the Punjab ones, my bad. Yeah.
Exactly. No,
Yeah, come on.
I felt like I could get a better quality on Amazon or something, but
So I'll give you a bit of this thing. Ask our editor Samya, your friend who you keep saying hi to. She got one which was customized off an Instagram link or something like that. Just find that.
yeah, I'll do that.
Was that good?
Yeah. It looked very legit.
Virat has won the toss.
There we
Oh, there are big news. Virat Kohli captaining one more time.
time.
Yes,
Why I'm saying it's interesting is because if you remember last game when he was there, he had mentioned at the toss that he was just asked to do this job for a couple of games, and that once fit, Faf du Plessis will come back. Now this is very interesting. One. Maybe he's still not recovered from those stitches, in which case he'll again play as impact sub. Or two, they've decided, may have not decided at the time to make him a permanent captain, but who knows, they may have, because they've won 2 games that he's captain. Who knows, this could be something that they continue with, even if Faf du Plessis is fit. I would want, Saransh, can you put a poll?
Yeah.
I know. Once the question is, once Faf is fit, who would you want to captain RCB? Virat Kohli or Faf du Plessis? Those are your 2 options. But there is a rider there. Once Faf is completely fit,
Yes.
that because if he's not, then it goes without saying that Virat is going to. What are your I don't know guesses as far as Virat captaining? Is it Faf still not fully fit, or no, they've made up their mind he's going to get?
I'll stick with Faf still not fully fit, because again I think if once we see the lineups, if he's there as an impact player, then you know for a fact it's Faf's fitness they're looking to protect. But I mean, if he gets 3 straight wins, then suddenly the amount of goodwill, momentum that is generating, would you want to switch back captains? I don't know. Also, very interesting thing to watch out for, Kohli today will be the overrate. He picked up a fine last time around, which
2
was
fines.
RCB's second offence. If it happens today, 30 lakh fine on a 1-match ban. So they might actually have to rush back Faf.
Oh no.
In which case they'll anyway have to look for a new captain, whoever that is. What do you reckon? What's happening right now? Faf injury still not?
Yes. I mean, when he said that he's expected to captain for a couple of games, he also said that he will continue for as long as Faf is injured. But also looking, to answer your question, will he continue after Faf is fit? I don't think so, because looking at what?
So no, I'll just let you know what he said is that he feels that Faf will be back to captaining full time by the next game.
Ooh,
So
there we
clearly the plan is to have him back. So he's not. Though Virat has said he's enjoying this role, and it's something that's not unusual for him because he's done it for such a long time.
Yes.
To be a stand-in captain, but he's referred to it as stand-in captain, and he thinks that, again quoting him, hopefully he'll being Faf du Plessis will be back leading from the next game. These are his exact words that Virat Kohli has said. So no point putting the poll also.
Yeah.
They made it pretty clear
Yes.
that he's going to be back.
Also, one very interesting thing which I just realized, and we were debating this about Shardul Thakur. Rana has revealed that he did in fact have a niggle. That's why he was out of the playing 11. Him as well as Gurbaz, which is why I think they stuck with Jagadisan.
Too many injuries this season.
I know, injured Knight Riders.
Okay, so which also means if Shardul is injured, a World Test Championship final, I'm just
Yeah.
looking.
He's a niggle,
that-
maybe it means it's minor.
Yeah, but I don't know. Nowadays, with so
We
many
never
injuries in Indian cricket and the way that happens, and then sometime it's said minor. It was like that for Shreyas Iyer also, and a lot of other players, and that he's going
also, I
to
believe.
come back. Yeah. Bumrah, we knew it was a back stress fracture, so it would take time. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be like this. I think the mistake that they made was hurried him back, played
Yes,
that few
yes,
games,
yes,
and then the
yes.
problem actually got aggravated. But
If I remember correctly, Chetan Sharma, when he was still the chairman of selectors, had admitted as much during a media briefing, saying that look what happened with Bumrah, we kind of rushed him back.
yeah,
And
no, not media briefing. I think that was a sting. I think where he said
no,
that.
it was a media briefing. This was after, this was before I think after they announced their last squads. Remember, they announced them in bunches. It was during that time there was it was during that time during the media press conference where he had said
But I can't remember him doing a media press conference.
there was an it was the last one where in fact a lot of journalists asked him, do you think this will be your last media conference because there's been a regime change and that, and this is before they were asked to step down from the World Cup. It was pre-World Cup.
Pre-World Cup you're
Yes.
talking about.
Yeah, he
I
had
can't
come
remember.
on a Zoom link, right? Or
No,
something.
but that Zoom, I remember last Zoom link that he did was that whole Virat and that Saurabh. After that, I don't remember him coming and doing a press
It was
conference.
that. It was the one which he did before. I think or after. I don't know when it was. It was towards the end of last year,
Maybe.
2022. I remember seeing this quote because I remember doing some video on it also. So.
Okay. Anyway, that's not important. Important is we're focusing on Shardul Thakur.
Yes.
Last game he was injured. Is he part of the team today?
No.
No.
he's
So he
not.
picked up a niggle last game.
Yes.
So which is why he's not playing, and I'm saying एक ही नाम सुनाई देता है, which is India. So in that case, I'm just again a long time, not a time to
42
be
days
worried,
to
but
go.
I'm saying every time I hear that injury word with an
Yeah.
Indian player, I get a little nervous, and because I am 100% sure that he might be playing, because I think Rohit Sharma hinted at that during the Australia series, because in those conditions you'll need an all-rounder, so he might be that replacement for Akshar, because they're definitely not playing 3 spinners.
Not a chance.
So which is why he's injured. I hope he can recover, because there aren't too many fast bowling all-rounders or the ones who can do that job. The other one is not playing Test cricket. His name is Hardik Pandya. So you only have to rely on Shardul Thakur. Okay, if you can be kind enough to show us the playing 11, Saransh, then let's take a look at the 11. Thoda sa font size. So it is RCB that have won the toss. They will be chasing, and as Virat said at the toss, that's a no-brainer because at the Chinnaswamy teams do prefer to chase and they do well. So he's decided to do that. So let's look at the batting 11 first of Kolkata Knight Riders, a team that's going to be batting. Jagdishan stays. Jason Roy is going to open with him. No more middle order. So that is something that makes Shane happy as a KKR fan. Venkatesh Iyer at 3, Nitish Rana at 4, Rinku Singh, the man in form, at 5. Andre Russell at the moment at 6, got pushed to 7 last time because Sunil Narine opened. So Andre Russell there, and then Sunil Narine, David Vise, Vaibhav Arora.
KKR debut. Yep. Finally they listened to me after 7 games. After 7 games they listened.
Do explain.
So Vaibhav Arora last year did pretty well for the Punjab Kings. In fact, before he was signed by Punjab Kings, he was part of KKR, never got a game. He was one of those young players who the franchise had kept around for a while, didn't get a game. He's normally speaking, he's someone who operates well up front. So he'll bowl at around 140 plus clicks, right hand, pretty fast, and gets zip and movement early on. Did a very good job last year for the Punjab Kings. I remember I was pretty surprised when they put him out into the auction pool and KKR picked him up at base price. So he was someone who I kept saying should ideally come in for Umesh, but considering how badly Kulban Khajrolia has done, I think Umesh has to be part of the team, and therefore, but Vaibhav I think now gives you potentially a wicket-taking option up front, something they've lacked severely. They're getting tonked in the power play and in the middle overs and in the death. But at least the power play you can get some wickets.
One of the few bowlers who can bowl in swing and out swing on a consistent basis, and that's what Punjab Kings benefited from in the power play last year. Vaibhav Arora 140 clicks, near that range consistently. That is the key, and on this wicket, with small boundary dimensions, you will need early wickets first up. And for KKR, the ideal scenario for Russell to come back to form. He's done it at this venue a lot of times.
Yeah, in fact, the person who we tonked the most in this venue is now teammate Tim Southee. When you're still playing for RCB, it was 2019 if I'm not wrong.
18.
Hammered him around the park. Ended the death bowling career of Tim Southee to the point where Kolkata had to say, you come, it's okay.
Yeah, forged by MS Dhoni but ended by Andre Russell. That was Tim Southee.
So Vaibhav Arora comes in, Umesh Yadav and Varun Chakravarti. So this is their batting 11, in which case you could pretty much say till David Visa.
Yep.
That's number 8. They've got decent batting, plenty of, actually looking at their bowling options also now, you've got a lot of them. Varun Chakravarti, Umesh Yadav, Vaibhav Arora, David Vise, Sunil Narine, Andre Russell, Nitish Rana, Venkatesh Iyer.
Venkatesh will probably be subbed.
I'm just saying that right now you got 8. 8. So okay, fine. So Venkatesh Iyer goes out, a bowler comes in.
Suyash Sharma.
So they go in, Suyash Sharma most likely. Though he didn't play the last game. Last game.
He played.
One game he didn't play.
Yeah, it's possible. Last game, though, I think he was your best
last to
bowler
last.
against CSK.
Last to last. One game they didn't play him. So that was last to last. So 8 bowling options for KKR. Overall, the balance always looks good, but this team has not been performing well. I think it's the batting that's really not clicking for them.
I think the biggest problem when it comes to the batting, of course, there's 2 reasons. One is the underperformance of Russell. Okay, we can't escape that. He's had a very underwhelming tournament, and if he clicks, the batting always looks better. The other is they've not really settled on an opening pair. Now they've finally got a settled opening pair, whether that be by choice or otherwise, in that you have Jagdishan and
You're
Roy.
happy with Jagdishan?
So he's kind of underwhelmed to begin with, but I don't really blame him because even when he was playing out of position some games, then some games he was totally out of the squad. I wanted him to actually be your first choice opener, truth be told, or at number 3 potentially ahead of someone like Mandeep, who has had a torrid
They should
time.
have started with him ahead of Mandeep, but I don't know, when you had a Gurbaz, it was tough, right? Not to go with him as an opener.
Correct. That was the only problem. But now with Gurbaz not there, you're kind of forced. Even Gurbaz, by the way, was another player who Rana mentioned has a bit of a niggle. So that's another reason he's not been getting. So you have to go with Jagdishan, and I'm fine with it, really. I just want one day where they can have an opening start, where you get like 50 odd runs in the power play without losing a wicket.
Not today.
Please let it be today. Let it be today. Come on. Throw us a bone.
Yeah. Very nice. You're on a winning spree.
that's why it's important to not let them.
I know.
Let that happen, na.
A 2-game winning streak and RCB fans are just over the moon. It's come very rarely for them. That's the problem.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, let Gargi talk through her team, Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Okay. Royal Challengers Bangalore have their bowling 11, which is Virat Kohli, the captain, the standing captain, Shehbaz Ahmed, Glenn Maxwell, Mahipal Lomror, Dinesh Karthik, Suyash Prabhudesai, Vanindu Hasranga, David Willey, Vijay Kumar Vishak, Harshal Patel and Mohammad Siraj.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you make of it?
Virat Kohli, of course, has been underwhelming for a couple of games now, I believe.
Except only one game. He's performed well. Otherwise,
Huh.
4 or 5
Except
games prior to
I
that,
think
he
the
was in
last
super
game
form.
He hasn't done well.
Only
Otherwise,
last,
he's
the one before that you saw him
50.
live.
Yes. I
Yes.
So
completely
he didn't under it.
Of Glenn Maxwell, we saw what he did last time. Also, Faf du Plessis will come in, but for the bowling, of course, we have Vishak, who did well in one game, very well in one game. Harshal Patel, even though he's going for a lot of runs, he's getting you wickets. And Mohammad Siraj, of course, has been phenomenal.
No, Harshal Patel made a good comeback.
Yeah.
He didn't start really well this IPL. I think after that he's made a comeback. In fact, that game where he, against Mumbai, almost won them the game, defending just 5 runs. I think
LSG.
Mumbai wasn't it?
Mumbai, it was a thrashing by 9 wickets. That
No, what
RCB.
was that game? They took 2 runs last ball.
No, that LSG. He missed a run out
He missed the non-strike.
of Ravi Bishnoi.
Yeah, and then Avesh took a by and threw the helmet.
No, the one where DK missed.
Yeah, same
that's
match.
the
Same.
one. So that was LSG.
LSG, yes.
So that game, from that game onwards, he's been very good. So
Yes.
this shows the 11 once again, please. So no surprise for RCB. I think the impact sub is going to be Faf du Plessis without any doubt, which means they must have played only 3 foreigners at
foreigners,
the
yeah.
moment, which is Glenn Maxwell, David Willey, and they've got Vanindu Hasaranga. Yes. So the 3 foreigners. He comes in, and then obviously you take a
Vishak
bowler.
or Siraj go out.
Any one of them,
Yeah.
Actually, the one to watch out from, despite all the superstars like Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli, everyone, the one guy that I look forward to watching for RCB is Mohammad Siraj.
Yes.
Just been
Yes,
outstanding.
of course.
One of the reason he's been doing well. In fact, he was troubling his own captain in the nets. Then Virat tried to get back at him by hitting him for a couple of sixes. So good banter, rivalry happening between Virat and Siraj in the practice session. But yeah, I think for some reason Kolkata looks like the more balanced side to me, but just those
Momentum.
guys, momentum, and they've not been performing. So you can look all, the balance can be there, star players can be there, expectations can be there, but a lot of them have not been performing. On the other hand, you look at RCB, and I do see a lot of weakness. For example, Shahbaz is a weakness, hasn't done really well. They've pushed him up the order. Mahipal Lomror hasn't had a great time.
DK.
Suyash Prabhudesai hasn't had a great time. DK hasn't had a great time. Vanindu Hasaranga, okay, some games good, some games not so. Vishak as well, 1 or 2 game he was good,
Yeah.
rest not so much. Siraj, I think, be outstanding. It's just, I think, the Virat Kohlis, the Faf du Plessis, the Glenn Maxwell, and Siraj doing well. What is it they're calling them? KGF.
KGF.
But you got to add S also in that.
Yeah.
KGF
S.
S.
Okay, Kohli.
Kohli, Glenn, Faf, Siraj. KGF. S.
KGF from that famous
Got it.
Tamil.
And they're calling KKR RRR. Russell, Rinku, Rana.
Rana.
No, but it's not that
It's not, they're not, but there's marketing purposes, they'll put anything.
RRR.
But actually, you're right. With KKR, I think they've had the same problem which a team like SRH had. On paper, they look really good, but it's just a lot of players have underwhelmed.
I think it's the execution when it comes to that.
Key moments, only certain players have stepped up. In RCB's case, Siraj has stepped up in the bowling on a consistent basis. If not for Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis has always stepped up in IPL 2023 and Glenn Maxwell. But the decade-old problem of RCB still remains. Reliant on the top 3, but the underbelly of RCB's batting still very, very much there. A good team will exploit that. I don't know whether Kolkata Knight Riders will do that today.
That's where a Vaibhav coming in fills me with a little bit of confidence. Someone who can get you a couple of early wickets. If you can get to the bottom, the middle order, without the top order doing much damage, then you stand a chance.
Which you expected, at least I expected that out of someone like an Umesh also. But he's not been
He's
doing
just been
that.
very, and I remember he was in good form coming into the IPL. He's doing very well in the tests in India. He was getting the ball to nip, skidding.
And had a good IPL last time around also.
That is why I believe Umesh Yadav is a red ball bowler.
He is, he totally is. But last year in the IPL, I remember first half, even the second half he tapered off, but first half he was getting you wickets.
Yeah.
In fact, there were people who were jokingly saying he should be called back for the Indian team. Because I didn't believe that, but yeah.
That too happens after every 2-3 performances.
Yeah.
Everyone should make a comeback to the Indian team. The poll is still on. Saransh, I told you to end it, but let's see the results anyway now that it's been on. Come on, let's see.
Yeah.
Click on it.
It's 53% in favor of Faf.
Oh no, there it's
ended.
ended. So okay.
Okay.
Once Faf is fit, who would you want to captain RCB? Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli. 52% voting for Faf. That's a big surprise to me. Anybody else surprised?
Yeah.
Me too. I mean, I don't know if how many of these are RCB fans.
No, it doesn't matter.
That
It doesn't matter. You don't
but
have to
still
be.
You'd expect people to say Virat Kohli, but this is a shocker.
This is a shocker because I tell you why. It doesn't matter if it's a RCB fan or not. It's just that most polls, and I'm just going by history. Most polls, if you do any digital poll and you put names like Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli or MS Dhoni and these names with anyone else, more often than not they'll win. Whatever be the poll, because they have such massive fan following, right? It's just very very rare to see. That most people have voted in Faf du Plessis' favor. Anyway,
Maybe they are confident that Faf could give RCB the title this time.
Could be.
8 years of Kohli, 8-9 years of Kohli's captaincy didn't happen. Just didn't happen. In fact, went to extremes. Final, 2 wooden place finishes in 17 and 19. So,
I think the trolls really missed you 2 days that you were not there. They didn't get any
but that,
masala, no meat, nothing.
I'm not
You are here
trolling.
and you're-
I'm not trolling. I'm
you're
just pointing
saying-
out the facts.
No, you said they voted because they finally want to win a title.
Maybe. And they see much more confidence in Faf. Maybe.
Then again, Faf's international record doesn't really stand up to much.
Come on, South Africa.
No, but
It is in the DNA.
I think that was below the belt, where he said that the reason they voted for Faf is because that's the only way they can win a title with Virat at the helm. Can't.
For 9 years he had
What did Faf win with South Africa?
South Africa, exactly. That's it.
Oh, then
Debate over.
Then you could say the same RCB. That's it. Debate over.
But it's a long list of South Africa captains who've never won an ICC event, barring 1998. 1998, you won the ICC trophy, the first edition of Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
And after that, it's all been a tragedy plus comical.
So then, what tells you that Faf can do it and not Virat? What if you went by evidence of Virat being the captain, not doing it? What was the evidence that you saw that Faf has done it in the
You
past?
already gave him 8 years, Virat.
Acha, you're saying there's nothing to say that Faf can do it, but chalo, give him a few years.
Yeah, why not? I mean, see, from 2013 onwards, when Virat took over the captaincy, RCB reached qualifier 2 in 2014. 15 also, they had a very up and down year. 16 final, which they should have won. And since then, 17 wooden spoon, 18 inconsistent, 19 wooden spoon, 2021 eliminator, 22 qualifier 2. I think you've had your time with Virat Kohli. Let Faf try.
To be fair, 22 was Faf.
22. Yeah, 22 was Faf du Plessis. So still, he got you to qualifier 2. So why not 2023?
That's okay. And they've gone to lots of qualifiers, even with Virat around. So
I think it's
They reached
doesn't
2
qualify.
finals with Virat. Yeah, I mean,
so it
come
doesn't
on.
qualify. Those things don't qualify. You have to
finals?
win them the title.
11?
11 wasn't Virat.
Who's the captain at that point then?
It was Vittori. Dan Vittori was there in
Really?
2011.
Really?
Yes.
I always remembered Virat as being the captain. That
Virat 2013.
Oh, okay.
From
One
2013
final.
onwards.
So one final, but
One
still
final.
more than Faf.
But Faf only last year.
I know, still.
So,
If we have to be trollish, then too you can say anything.
yeah, so that's why.
Okay, let's take a few more questions. SP Roy is saying 20.
Oh yeah, 15. 15 was this thing. They reached the qualifier 2. 14, yeah, the RCB didn't qualify at all. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
11 Vittori, that's what I said.
Yeah. 11 was Vittori.
Genuinely forgotten he was an RCB captain.
He was.
No, he was. Then the coach.
Then
Yes.
the spin
Yeah.
coach, I believe.
No,
he was like head coach and then later.
Yeah, Ray Jennings was there. I think he replaced Ray Jennings.
Yeah.
9 and 10, 8 and 9, and I think 9 was Anil Kumble, and then it was replaced by, I think Peterson was first, then Anil Kumble. 9. I think they had split captaincy after Peterson's horrible start. I think Kumble became the captain and then got
in 9. I remember. Yeah,
9.
Roy SP has a message for you, Shane.
He says, Shane, we're going to win today. Good God, I hope so. Title change. If we lose today, our winless streak will be 5 and total 6 losses. KKR unbeaten at Chinnaswamy since 16. That is true, actually. In fact, she was telling me this one very random thing that the last time RCB beat KKR in the Chinnaswamy, Instagram didn't have a story sharing feature yet.
That long ago.
7 years ago.
And what Virat Kohli
Kohli got like 2,800 runs and all.
What else was in there?
Can you find that post possible?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Wow.
I mean, they were just trying to highlight how long it's been since RCB has won against KKR at Chinnaswamy, but that will change today, like I said.
Yeah, the law of averages will catch up sometime.
We keep saying that about KKR beating MI. That never happens either.
The greatest mystery, how could this KKR team, stronger on paper than MI, lose to this MI team?
But then I can say that about even the DC loss. Truth be told, we're stronger than DC on paper.
Yeah. How did you lose to DC?
Mysteries of the
And SRH.
SRH, I'll still say fine, you had one freakish innings from
Harry Broke,
That's fair. Happens.
And a quality player, so.
Yeah, of course.
It's not like from an unknown guy who just came and whacked you.
Like when in 2012 KKR won the final, Maninder Bisla.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was unexpected. Maninder Bisla.
About the life out of CSK. At that point, by the way, didn't have a domestic team to play for.
Yeah.
Oof, seriously.
He was part of, first time I met him, he was part of the under-19 team. Bisla.
Yep.
Many years ago. Roy SP says, forget Vittori and Kohli. Kumble did everything in that 2009 final to get them to the title. That 5-wicket haul, getting Gilly out on 0, got man of the match in a losing cause. Yeah.
Of course.
They did.
5-wicket
but they didn't get the title.
Yeah. 5-wicket haul was against Rajasthan Royals, 5 for 5. Got Gilchrist, he tried to sweep bowled. But, oh man, you lost to Deccan Chargers still.
Yeah. Just go up, there was a comment, thoda sa upar jana. Okay, that where we taken that upar, this one?
Yeah.
Okay, just go down a bit, thoda sa. Okay, just stop there. Aditya Mohanty is saying that he shared a Hardik to Mumbai Indian video in his college WhatsApp group.
Nice.
Now everyone's talking about it.
Right.
Glad that we could. You were not here.
Last night.
Acha, something like that.
So good, we can still set interesting debates in motion that everyone then consumes. So that was the idea. Raut Chaturvedi wants to know, who do you think is the favorite for the WTC final? He feels India, because India is always good against Australia, and considering Australia's record in England, although their team will feel more settled in these conditions.
True, actually. There at least you'll get some assistance for the pace bowlers. Some, compared to what they were getting in India. I think the pace bowlers will be happier playing here.
Yeah, so you were saying Australia?
I would say it's an equal battle. I think it's a very equal battle.
I'm only worried about the form of the Indian team, but overall I would have given India the edge, and primarily because of the fact that seam-friendly conditions also not 100% to Australia's liking. And India, if you see Indian bowlers as well as Indian batsmen on that front, fare better than most other teams when it comes to those conditions. So I mean, barring let's say a South Africa or to an extent England sometime, they're more accustomed, because Australia also is not a place where you get these kind of conditions, so they're alien conditions for them too. I think India do better. Overall, I'd go with India, but it's just that the form of certain players have been a bit of a concern. So just on that front, I'm pegging it at 50-50. Otherwise, I'd give India a chance.
Yeah, I mean, see, Australia, even their record at the Oval in this 21st century has not been great. Just 2 wins since 2001. India have had some glorious moments at the Oval in this year. For example, they won the Oval Test in 2021. Then in 2007 they held out to a draw. 2002 they held to a draw. 2011, unfortunately, they lost by a big margin. Sachin missing out on
Yeah.
91.
Yeah.
So, India have had much more glorious moments at the Oval as compared to Australia. But this is an ICC event. And Australia, when you look at ICC finals, be it ODI or be it T20 World Cup or maybe Champions Trophy, they have only lost twice. I mean, that is one major Australia bring out their A game when it comes to ICC finals. But it'll be I agree with Nikhil, 50-50. It's too hard to predict at this point in time. Gargi?
Oh, I think so. 50-50
You're
too,
also
because
there, so.
no, I thought the conversation was over.
No.
Yeah, I think Australia have a big chance considering, that like Nikhil sir talked about, their form has been good. The players are doing well. Look at Cameron Green. I think Steve Smith is doing well in county.
Yeah.
So
Plus Marnus
Steve's-
Labuschagne.
Steve Smith will do anywhere, even on the moon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's a bit dangerous for India. If we look at Indian players, on the other hand, in contrast with that, they're struggling.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
mean, they're not in their prime. That's what we want for a WTC final.
Before we take predictions, there's a question from Saurabh Mukherjee. He says, let's give the WTC captaincy to Virat Kohli and allow him to win that ICC trophy. After all, this is the best chance since 2013 to win one, and VK can win it. I know that's a very emotional thought that you've come in with,
But
Saurabh,
we
but
can't.
doesn't happen.
No.
Why are you going to replace your regular captain? I don't think so. So that's not going to happen. And anyway, you're going to, in that sense, reward the captain who has been leading now and taken you to that WTC final. So I guess it's only fair that Rohit does. And anyway, you know that you're going to have a churn there in Indian cricket, and you sooner than later that you are going to look at another captain in a year or 2 years time, whatever. So no point doing that shuffling now, I guess. So.
Yep.
GGK says Ashwin has to play in the WTC final. Do you see him at the Oval? In fact, I think India will go in with two spinners unless it's like extremely overcast conditions and very helpful to fast bowlers.
Yeah.
Then they go in with those 4 fast bowlers. But I'd even gone to an extent saying that if they play that one spinner, dare I say it could be Ashwin over Jadeja. So I would. Yeah.
If you play only 3 paces, then you can play both Jadeja and Ashwin.
No, that I said. That is what India will do. I think so. Unless it's extremely overcast condition, you have to go with 4 fast bowler and not make the mistake you made last WTC final where you got your team wrong.
Yep.
That's another thing. But if you're not going for 2 spinners, you're just going with one.
Yeah.
If the conditions dictate that, I wouldn't be surprised if that one spinner is Ashwin.
Yep. Because in that 2021 WTC final, conditions were green, overcast, and you're going to play around that same time. First week in England, always June, it rains. It's the wettest month of the year there. So that transition, if it's the Oval, normally you play end season at the Oval where it's flatter. Here, early season, you'll have to take that into account. There will be a fresh pitch. And also, you're going to play one more test here. That is the Ashes test match also.
Yeah.
So, if the team considers that, the management consider that, pick the right team. That's all I will say. Forget the conditions, pick the right team.
No, that's an obvious, stating the obvious, pick the right team. Everyone would want them to pick.
They didn't pick the right team in 2021.
They thought that was the right team.
Yeah.
But
because
wrong.
New Zealand played only 4 pacers. They are awesome quartet. And since then, that quartet has been disbanded.
No, if it's wet and if it is overcast, that's what I'm saying. Then it's a no-brainer. You go with 4 fast bowlers. But if it's not, then you play to your strength and take those 2 spinners, irrespective of the opposition as well.
I think Jadeja will be a better option than
the one spinner.
One spinner.
I'd go with an Ashwin for 2 reasons. Nobita Nobby is asking. He does point out that Jadeja got 100 also in England. I agree, but I think at that stage you're not looking at a batsman.
You're looking at a bowler.
Yeah, you're looking at the bowler. I just think with the left-handers that Australia might have. Plus, if you see Ashwin the batsman in test conditions, and if it is seaming condition and you're playing 4 fast bowler, I think he's not bad either. I think he's technically equipped to play that. And don't forget, the management has changed in the sense your coach captain have changed. That probably kept Ashwin out most of the time and went with a Jadeja. So all of that put together, I think I would go with that. But again, it'll be a very close call. 55-45 sort of a thing for me. So even if Jadeja was to play, I don't think it's a major, disaster as such. So
Well, absolutely.
Okay, predictions.
Okay, see, knowing this is Chinnaswamy, you have to get a big total. I would want prediction if I say Kolkata get 205.
This
Jason
is the
Roy
same
goes a
guys,
shocker.
no hope. They're not going to win. Now prediction 205. Exactly.
This pitch, yeah.
172 RCB.
And still you think you'll lose, huh? Because that's what you had gone with to start with. You had
Hope is that KKR win, and I'll go with the heart for now.
changed, done a full U-turn.
Okay, 172 RCB win, of course.
Yeah. I'm going 185 RCB win.
190 RCB win.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Ajit Giri, final question will say, do you think Pandya is feeling MS Dhoni with his batting approach as he too slowed down after being captain? Both started bang bang, then slowed. But I tell you, Ajit, there was a bit of a difference. Yes, MS Dhoni started bang bang, but MS Dhoni still wasn't a dasher. MS Dhoni, even in his earlier years, barring the fact that when he batted at number 3 a few times, that was a different approach. But when he came down, lower down the order, he always was the guy who would take his time, settle in, and then need be play his attacking shot right from the start. So he was very different. Pandya, on the other hand, came as a dasher and he could play those strokes. So I don't think MS has changed his game so much over the years. Pandya has, but can Pandya be like MS Dhoni? But if he wants to be like MS Dhoni, then he needs to bat at 6 and 7. On the contrary, he's going even higher up the batting order. He's now pushed himself to number 3, so you can't play that role being at number 3. So no, I think there are not too many similarities there. I think they're going different ways, which is why I pointed out last time that if he wants to play that role where he can switch on between being a dasher and being the anchor depending on the situation, and he wants to control, then I think a little lower down the order would be a better position for him to bat. That way then he can take a call what needs to be done. So for example, yesterday he batted at 3, run a ball, whatever, but let's say you come up against a tough team that can chase a big total and you've batted let's say 20 balls and got 25, whatever, and your best batsman went underutilized, like your Tewatias or like your Abhinav Manohars, they got underutilized, only got 10, then those are the guys who could have batted at 200 strike rate. Had they batted a bit more, you would have set a total which was big enough. So I suggest send the dashers up so they bat accordingly. If they fail, then you come in and control the situation. If they go ballistic, then they take you over 200 anyway and you come and just add on to that. I think better utilization of resources in that sense.
Yep.
But I don't think it's going to change because he batted higher up the order and then they won the title with that. So I guess that will continue for some time. Neela Kandan's pick 183, Akash Bhardwaj's pick 196, and RCB win he feels.
Yep.
GGK has predicted Virat out to Vaibhav in the first over.
Why do you keep doing that, GGK?
I think-
You also predicted the same thing last match and it actually came true.
And the game before that, and the game before that. He does that all the time. Very cheeky.
That's okay. We like him. He's
Oh yeah, Trent Bolt got him out for but he's not playing on April 23rd, nah, that's fine. He's playing on April 26th.
Ooh, I think got the edge.
Fair enough.
No, edge back.
Because
Back.
he stopped appealing almost
That was
instantly.
bat. That was bat. Dekha is asking. Bat.
But
Okay.
Of course, wanted to do it.
I'm not going to criticize Virat. He's got his review spot on in this IPL 2023 so far. He's got it spot on. The Punjab game, the force was with him. 2 reviews, he got it bang on target. Yep, so 190, and since I picked RCB to be in the top 4 teams, I'm backing them. I didn't pick KKR, unfortunately.
Chalo.
Yep. So see you in the mid innings. Let's see who smiles the most, Gargi or Shane, and Saransh.
I think this has been one of the first times in the recent IPL that we've had a match where 2 teams are playing and we have 2 of the supporters here.
Ah.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah. Because see, RCB, CSK, both of y'all were off. So,
No, Harshit's been there for all Delhi games.
DC, oh yeah, DC, KKR. No, actually, DC.
DC1 was
No, DC KKR, Harshit was there.
Yeah,
na,
DC,
Mohan?
KKR, Harshit was with you guys.
out of town and DC1.
Yeah.
That too against KKR only.
Listen to your voice. Because that's Batman impression.
Yes.
Yeah, Batman.
Yep. Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you.